Hi, this is Dave. Thanks for looking at another one of my videos. Another Stamp Slave video. This is a brand new type of punch that they have from Stampin' Up, and it's really slick. It's very different from what they've put out in the past. So I thought I'd show you what the differences are and how to use it, give you a couple of little tips about it. This is what they call a layer punch, and this particular one is called the Bouquet Blossom Triple Layer Punch. Okay, that's what these three things mean, three different things we can do with it. This is a little selector switch that I'll show you in a second. And all of it comes from there, which looks like when you first look at it, it looks like you're only going to get one thing out of it. But we'll get three different flowers. Now, we're going to open this up. Notice it's quite a bit thicker than the ones you've seen before. And because there's a lot going on in there, there's some heavier springs. So, good idea to squeeze it down while you unlock it. Makes it easier to unlock, number one, and number two, that'll make your locking mechanism last a lot longer. Okay? Alright, so I've got it open, and I'm going to choose the number one position. They call these 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so I've got that chosen, and I'm going to go ahead and punch that. I'll put my paper in from this side. And strong suggestion, it actually is in the directions that come with it, is to leave this on a hard surface, like on your table or so forth, and then press down on it like so. Where the older ones, we could take them and push them, while we're holding them up in our hands. It doesn't work so well with this one, primarily because the springs are stronger, and there's a lot going on in there. So again, I'm going to put the paper in, and I'm going to put a little pressure on it and press down until I feel the whole thing go. And you have to wait for that thump. Now you notice on position 1, I got one thump there. Okay, as I pull this open, here's the little flower I got. Okay, so let me put that back in the camera there. Alright, now let's take a look at position 2. Okay, again, same sort of thing. I'm going to put it in here. Now in this one, because you're on position 2, you don't want to quit. Don't force it, but don't quit until you get two, you can feel two punches go through. Okay, 1, 2, and we get this. Okay, and finally we have position 3. Okay, now you're going to feel 3 here. It's not as pronounced as it was with the other ones, but you can listen up. I'm going to put the pressure on it now. Well, it went pretty fast, but there were 3 punches there, or 3 thumps as it goes through, and look what we get now. How cool is that? And because of these cutouts here, you'll see we also get all of this stuff, which might be just trash most of the time, but who knows? I bet there are a lot of you that will find stuff to do with that. So there are the 3 punches that you can make with it. When you're through with it, well, 2 things. Number one, they say in the directions, if your punch starts to get dull and doesn't cut as you would like it to, you can punch a piece of aluminum foil, and that will sharpen up the blade. The other thing is, if you feel like it's sticky and it's not working real well, they say punch some wax paper, and the wax in there will loosen things up for you. Okay, now we want to put this back together and close it up. The key is you've got to have it on number 3. Don't try to close it up over here in one of these, because it's not going to work. And be really careful not to force anything. So I'm going to put it on position 3. Then I can close it all the way down and lock it up. And there you go. Now let me show you an idea that Ann came up with yesterday. Here's a card that she made using this set, or this punch I should say. Okay, and the idea she came up with would be primarily, I guess, for maybe you're a new customer, a new demonstrator, and you don't have all of the different punches that you'll eventually want to have and so forth, and you may want to come up with a nice scalloped border effect that these punches do, but you don't have those yet. But you still want to come up with something like that she did. Well, what she did was she took one of these punches here and just went and mashed it all up. And you've probably seen this technique. The idea is to break up the fibers in this And you've seen this technique in a couple of my other videos when I was making the rows and so forth. And you can do it just like this, or you can, as I've done in some of those other videos, I've used the Stampin' Mist and just wet it down a little bit, which helps break down those fibers. The idea is you just want to get it a little bit more workable. So I'm going to break this right here. And then what Ann did was she took this and she went ahead and put a strip of adhesive across there, and then went in and, let me turn this around just so that I can do it a little bit better. She just went in and started tacking that down in the order that she wanted it. So she comes up with very much the same effect, but didn't have to use another punch for it. So until you can get your punches, this might be one way to get that done. So there you go. And these punches, there are two of them now. The Blossom Punch that we've been talking about, and then there's also the Doily Punch. Both are in the Stampin' Mini Catalog, which, by the way, if you don't have that yet, don't have a copy of that yet, let us know and we'll be glad to get one to you. So see you soon. Thanks for watching.